Hello everybody, Team Bravo 615 here, and today, let's play some more Shadowrun Dragonfall. Where we last left off, we were finally able to get out of the manor by the skin of our teeth and the sweat off our... I wasn't going to curse, you thought I was going to. Trying to behave, it's not working. And now we're just kind of going around town for right now before we go to speak with this, try to find this Mr. Green Winters, Wintergreen Spearmint, not sure. Just kind of checking around town in the Kreuzbasar, now that I know how to pronounce it correctly. Thank you, Google. And apparently Monica had the passing of Monica has left a rather big hole to be filled here in the Kreuzbasar. So it looks like it's going to fall to us, especially since we have just attained Monica's lovely hellhound, Dante. So, ooh, let's go. Okay, we've already spoken to Simi, our lovely little BTL addict here in the neighborhood. Triage cyber clinic, not yet. Must discuss more. Zach Flash. This elf has clearly seen better days. His skin is weathered and emaciated, as though it has been stretched too tightly over his frame. Track marks line the crooks of his arms, and dirty bandages wrap his knuckles. Despite all of this, he seems cheerful enough. The elf fixes his twinkling, bugged-out eyes on yours and offers you a broad smile, displaying a set of impossibly white teeth. When he speaks to you, his voice is surprisingly deep. Guten Tag, my friend. You here for some magic? Because Zach Flash, he gestures at himself with a dramatic flourish, is your magic man. Magic? You street mage? Huh. Zach lets out a throaty, barking laugh. Street mage? Me? Do I look like a street mage to you? He shakes his head, but his smile doesn't waver. He fishes a small bag of pills out of his back pocket and dangles it before your eyes. No, chummer, I'm not a street mage. I've got the magic in my blood, and the magic in these bags. But you won't catch old Zach studying any spell books. Well, in that case, let's talk about magic you've got in the bag there. What do you got? I guess this is the street pharmacist, as you were. Oh, a little bit of everything. I've got your Zen and your Hyper, your Nitro and your Nova Coke. If you want it, I've got it. Zach leans towards you and lowers his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. I've even got a special concoction of my own design, but I won't recommend it unless you're serious about getting high. So you want to conduct a little business? What's the deal with the special concoction? Flash's grin broadens even further. His mouth is disturbingly large, and there's something menacing about the sight of those two white teeth. This is the real deal, chummer. A proprietary blend designed and delivered by yours truly. Pharmaceutical-grade kamikaze cut with genuine spirit residue from the tier and then mixed with my secret blend of herbs and spices. He's got KFC! He produces a small packet filled with the iridescent purple granules from the pocket of his dirty jeans. Oh, it's not KFC. You want to get high? Buy some Nova Coke and throw yourself a party. But if you want to soar, you get yourself some Flash. So, you want to conduct a little business? Not quite, but what's up with the bandages on your hands? Zach snorts out a short burst of laughter. He waggles his bandaged hands in front of you. Oh, these? Nothing much, chummer. Nothing much. Tussled with a spirit back in Amsterdam. You know, we elves are very spiritual people. So I'm not elven, so I can't call him out on his bullshit here, but... Anyway. So I've heard... You fought a spirit with your bare hands? Did I say fought? Zach winks at you, his smile twisting up into a licentious smirk. You can't help noticing that his eyelashes appear to be dusted in glitter. Nah, Jummer, Zach Flash is a lover, not a fighter. We partied, then we tussled. Hard not to get banged up under the circumstances. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call bullshit on this one. Gotcha. What was that you were saying about elves? Let's see. Do I really? I don't know. Do I want to call him out on his bullshit? You know what? He might have been a friend of Monica's too. So let's play along for now. Gotcha. What was that you were saying about elves? Elves, my people, are creatures of the spirit. We've got the magic in our blood, whether we sling spells or not. I'm telling you, I've talked with spirits all my life, and it has nothing to do with praying to totem or studying spell books. Flash lowers his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. Between you and me, my mojo is stronger than any corp wage mages. Take those rat scum bastards at as technology. They cast spells all day and all night, right? Fire this and lightning that. Just toss them around like candy. Let's see. Right. Well, me, I'm just doing my thing. Not casting spells. I'm storing up my energy, saving it. Can you imagine how much magic I have? I don't think that's how it works, Zach. Trust me, friend. I have secret knowledge. He slowly turns his head from side to side to give you a good look at his upturned ears. Like I said, it's in the blood. Well, if I had Biotech 3, I could totally call you out on your bullshit, but, well, that's fascinating, Zach. I gotta run. Take care. Zach offers you a broad, exaggerated wave. Later on there, chum of mine. Jesus. Alrighty. Oh, and Dante scampers around behind me. Ujokutoche. Anything over here? No. Someone over here, though. Hello. Oh, Gunnery Mechbach. The Romani patriarch is an impressive figure. An enormous man in his late 60s, burly and broad-chested despite his age. His voice is deep and resonant, and his breath is heavy with the stench of pipe tobacco. Tavin Boxtel. You're here to conduct some business. If so, I welcome you to Medbach's Arms and Ammunition. If not, keep right on walking. Good lord. Let's see. I was hoping actually to ask you a few questions. You make a purchase, you can ask me as many questions as you like. The corner of his mouth twitches upward. Make a big enough purchase, and who knows, I might even answer a few. So what'll it be? You buying some guns, or will you be on your merry way? I guess in that case, I suppose I'm buying. Medbach nods. Very good. Okay, so let's see. Oh yeah, that's the cool thing about some of these guns here is that if you actually have a data jack, you can connect into the guns, some of the models of these guns, and smart link with them. So you actually get like a heads-up display and crazy shit like that. It's pretty cool, actually. I think. I mean, a lot of these, not really, with me being a physical adept, a lot of these are not going to do it for me. Yeah, I have just the regular AK-97, so I'm not too worried about that. Ooh, katana blade. Melee, cool sword, may do AP damage on a critical hit. Let's see. Ooh, spiked fist. Unarmed, causes minor bleeding to target on impact with damage of your strength +1. Requires close combat 2, proper race, apparently the proper race. I don't see why I should meet that requirement. It's not read out. And I already own that one. I kind of like the spiked fist. That's kind of cool. Let's see. What damage of your strength +1 may do AP damage on critical hits. Or the katana blade at 650. That is kind of. I don't know if I want to hork out all that cash just yet. Any outfits? Nope, you got some. Armored clothing. Armor 4. Yeah, because I don't think I have any armor. I don't think I have any armor. Let me see. Oh, hang on a second. Hang on a second. I'll be right with you, sir. I'll be right with you, sir. What else we got? Oh, yeah, no, I have no armor. I have an outfit. Let me fix that. Armor is what I need. Alright, I have cash. I need weapons. Show me the goods. I'm here to... Let's see. I'm here to buy. Here to tell me about your inventory. We have weapons from all across Europe. Ares, Cheshka, Fichetti, you name it. If it can be found on the continent, it can be acquired by Medback Arms. Impressive setup. Let's do business. Let's see. I don't conduct business with suppliers that I know nothing about. Talk to me about Medback Arms. And I don't discuss family matters with customers, let alone strangers. It's nothing personal, but the answer is no. Understood? Okay, understood. Medback, you show me respect. This is good. Medback nods his approval. Now, unless you'd like to take yours elsewhere, let's get back to business. Show me your standard inventory. Alright, so, yeah, I'm gonna grab that. Yeah. Equipped. I now have armored clothing. Can I sell that? Secure adept clothing. Let's see. Ooh. Secure Tech's armored clothing line. Kevlar is woven into the fabric, providing protection from most small arms. Grants plus 5 HP. Nice. Alright. Can I sell that? No, probably not yet. Okay, I bought something. So now you can be nice to me now, right? Alright. Can I... Yeah, sell items. A whopping 25 yen, huh? Okay, I guess. Not like I'm gonna use it. Alright. Moving on. Come along, Dante. Alright, so I already spoke to both of you. That's the safe house. Oh, who are you? Alright, the dwarvish tech vendor smiles at you with practiced ease, her almond eyes twinkling with the glare from a dozen trid screens. She speaks in a clipped, heavy accented German. Welcome to the Data Haven. Can I help you with something? Let's see. I need some tech, and I'm on a tight schedule. Show me what you've got. I'm in the market for something exotic. What kinds of tech do you carry? I'm just browsing, don't mind me. What do you carry? Anything and everything. Need a new deck? Some software, perhaps? I'm your girl. She taps a painted fingernail against the molded plastic of her data jack. Or maybe you're a rigger, like I am. Perhaps I can interest you in a new drone or two. All sounds whiz to me. Let's see what you got. Alrighty. Nothing I can do anything with because I am not a decker. Drones are cool, but again, I'm not a rigger. Oh, you had armor too. Matrix Courier. For those who dress for inside of the Matrix and out. Grants +1 intelligence. And then programs. Nice. Okay. I'm just browsing. Don't mind me. Okay, fine. I guess she's a commerce-only person. Cafe. Sharps over there. Is that where I'm supposed to go? Transmonger shop. Another shop. Let's see. Absinthe. Oh, interesting. Something about the young elf behind the counter makes your breath catch in your chest. She's lovely to look at, but it's strange kind of beauty. Her eyes are large and luminous and impossibly green. As she looks up at you, you can see that her irises reflect with iridescent gold. Hello and welcome to Algernon's. Perhaps I can help you with something. As she smiles up at you, her eyes fixed on yours, a curious feeling of weightlessness fills your chest. It feels as though you're floating in a warm, calm sea. A gentle current pulls you closer to Absinthe, and the sensation is pleasant. As you drift, the golden specks in her eyes begin to move. This feels like a spell, so I'm gonna, especially since I have to willpower check, I'm gonna look away. And I got karma for it. Marshaling your strength, you manage to avert your gaze, breaking Absinthe's stare. All at once, the floating sensation dissipates, and your consciousness snaps back to its normal state. What was that? What happened? Absinthe. Or, that's right, that's her name. Never mind. My fault, and my apologies. Sometimes when I daydream, I bring others along for the ride. It was unintentional. Yes, but there was no harm done, correct? You'll be fine. No harm done. Excuse me, I'm gonna go stand in the corner for a while. Harmless? I don't think so. Step away from me, elf. I want nothing more to do with you, or no skin off my back. Now let's get down to business. I have money and I need magic. Okay, well, I'm not really... I guess talk business. She nods, taking care to avert her gaze. You want to talk with Algernon. This is his establishment. He can help you. Now, if you excuse me, I have work to do. Well, you just go on then, trying to cast spells on me and shit. Absinthe keeps her eyes hidden from view. Please excuse me, I have work to do. All right then, Mr. Greetings, young human. The elf's voice is smooth as silk and rich as clotted cream. Something about him instantly puts you at ease. I am Algernon Halfdream, the owner of this establishment. In my shop, you will find only the finest in magical paraphernalia. Now tell me, how may I serve you? I have a question for you, if you don't mind. You are in luck. I have a great many answers. Let's see. What kind of magic do you practice? Shamanic? Hermetic? Personally, the true kind. But I sell goods tailored to all traditions in my shop. We do not discriminate. Now, is there anything else that you need to know? What's your story? Have you been in the Kreuzbasar long? I have many stories of dancing spirits and raging dragons, of unchecked magic and swarming chaos. All of these stories are true. As for the Kreuzbasar, I have always been here, quietly peddling my wares. It is a simple life, but a good one. Let's see, what's the deal with your assistant? There's something funny about her eyes. Absinthe is a friend, nothing more. She helps out around the shop when the fancy strikes her. She is nobody's assistant, and I am no one's master. But her eyes. He pauses for a moment, considering. I believe they suit her personality. That didn't answer my question. Alright, can I see what you're selling? Alright, what do we got here? Actual spells, nothing I can do anything with. Apprentice's outfit, which was only armor 2. More spells, conjuring key. That's what I'm going to end up needing. Alright, I can learn magic resistance. But I need key level 2 first. So, I'm going to hold off on that. But at least this provides me medium cover to magical spells. That is going to be very, very handy. I wonder if I need to unlock it before I buy it or if I can just buy it. Any more questions? No? Okay, fine. Never mind. Second thought, I have to go. Toodles. Alright. And then this person over here. David. A pair of round eyes peer up at you from under the hood of a grime-smeared winter coat. You recognize him as David, one of the Kreuzbasar's street kids. If you had to guess, you'd place him in his mid-teens, though it's difficult to tell beneath the grime and acne marring his face. You've seen him following Monica around between runs, chasing her heels like a lost puppy. She always seemed to have a soft spot for the kid. Oh, hoy, Team Bravo. Have you seen Monica around? I've been looking all over her. I'm afraid I have some bad news for you, kid. The kid blinks, a blank expression on his face. She's dead, isn't she? It was quick. She went peacefully. That's the most any of us can hope for. I don't want to lie to him either. It wasn't that quick. She did not go peacefully. I'm sorry, kid. We all are. Yeah. Look, I think I want to be alone right now. I hope I didn't break it. I just didn't want to lie to the damn kid. Alright, well, here we go. Cafe. Alright. I gotta go talk to this person. Person, you know stuff. What's on the menu here? Today's special today is caramel soy calf. Altu. Altu looks like someone I know. The man behind the counter looks right past you, and at the dog following close behind. Dante! I will fetch his water dish. And perhaps a coffee for our friend here? Yeah, why not? Soy calf black. The Turk looks disgusted. Very well, a soy calf. He tisks to himself. Okay, the man behind the counter has a broad smile and open demeanor of a classic Turkish street vendor. Welcome, honored infant. Welcome, and how can Barakazi serve you today? You would like a cup of coffee, perhaps? Coffee? As in real coffee? Not soy calf? Yes, for individuals of refined taste, I offer genuine bean coffee from my native Turkey. Ooh, Turkish coffee. The cafe owner looks you in the eye. The tone of his voice grows low and serious. This is a top shelf item, my friend, and not for the general public, only for those few discerning connoisseurs who can properly appreciate it. I think I'm the sort of who can appreciate it. Tell me about this Turkish coffee. It is handpicked by my family in Turkey. A true delicacy of the sixth world. This was considered a luxury even before the awakening, when bean coffee was everywhere. Every street corner, they say. Barakazi leans in close, lowering his voice to a conspiratorial, with a lot of conspiratorial whispers going on around here. Long hours in the shop have perfumed his body with the commingled scents of coffee, incense, and applewood tobacco. Trust me, if your coffee experience has been limited to soy calf, you must not deny yourself this opportunity. You will see God. Oh shit, he's laying it on thick. Alright, you sold me. How much? This is a special item, delivered at some cost. I cannot part with it for less than 50 yen a cup. Deal. Very good. Barakazi hands you a ceramic travel cup, and he then fills it to the brim with dark and streaming liquid. The scent is intoxicating. Is there anything more that I can get you? Well, now we've gotten that out of the way. Paul Amsel sends his regards. When he hears Amsel's name, the Turk's voice lowers and his accent becomes less exaggerated. His eyes take on a knowing look. Ah, very good. Please express to Herr Amsel my appreciation of his patronage. If he needs any more catering jobs seen to in the future, I am always happy to provide. He'd see. He tells me you're developing the menu for a friend of his now, Herr Winters, I believe. I want to hear all about it. Let's see. Paul's always pleased to send business your way, Herr Barakazi. He was hoping you could discuss some of the details of his Green Winters order with me. Let's go that route. Huh. The coffee shop owner offers you a smile. Of course. Herr Hamsel is too kind. Barakazi turns his head and calls into the back room. Kame, come! A young woman bustles in from the back room. Her gum chewing is loud enough to hear over the noise of the coffee grinders. Barakazi spits something out in rapid-fire Turkish. As you wish, uncle. I will see to it right away. Kami comes over. Kami offers you a shy grin, snaps her gum, and hurries back into the room that she came in from. The girl Kami is arranging to make contact with the chef as we speak. This will likely take some time. My chef is a busy man. While we wait, I wonder if you'd be so kind as to run a small errand for me. A trifle, really. I hate to trouble you. I am embarrassed to even ask, but I would be most appreciative of your help. Okay. We'll speak with respect, because obviously we're dealing with a fixer here, so of course, Herr Barakazi. It is no trouble at all. Altu's voice lowers to nearly a whisper. The errand is simple, hardly worthy of you. I have installed a number of data taps to Berlin's fiber optic network as part of my civic duty, you understand. These taps provide free matrix access for all who live in the Kreuzbasar. In order to maintain their, their anonymity, each tap's protocol buffer must be reset every few weeks. I simply wish for you to visit each data tap and reset it. Simple enough. Yes, it is a simple job. Time-consuming, and a bit tedious perhaps, but simple. Just reset the taps and come back when you are finished. There should be 3 of them scattered around this neighborhood. The first one is just outside. Look for a metal box with the yellow arrows painted on top of it. By the time of your return, I should have the information Hiram Stel requested. Well, all right. Let's go tap some taps. Right? No? Okay. Over there. Reset the data tap. Bing. This data tap's protocol buffer is now reset. Oh yeah, fetch questing. Pushing buttons. Alright. This way? This way. Dancer's bag. A street dancer? Okay. What do we got here? Tip the dancer? Sure, why not? Toss 5 in the bag. There you go. Get tipped, lady. Alrighty. It's so funny. I can hear Dante's paws behind me, like trots as loud as my dog actually does. Safe house. Don't need to go back in there. Not going to the U-Bahn. Let me see. Zack Flash, the Scuzoid. There is this one. Reset data tap. Alright. I guess the other one's over here by Slimmy. No? Maybe? A statue. A bizarre monument towers before you. At the top of the pedestal, the form of an angel stands, its outstretched wings looming over the small park, but the material is strange and uneven, giving the statue a cold, Frankenstein-esque appearance. It appears the artist has welded this monument together from various metal scraps and pieces of junk. As you approach, a small, grimy monitor at the base of the statue flickers dimly to life. The grainy face of a smug young orc appears on screen. Hello there. I'm Herbert Kunsel, the creator of this monument. What would you like to know? Press 1 key for the statue name. This is my tribute to Victory, the victory of anarchy. It is both a citation and a parody of the statue we destroyed some 20 years ago. You may remember it from the history treads as the Sigsol or Goldelis. Installation history, why not? Isn't it obvious? The Sigsol, a monument to the hubris of the Prussian state, gets blown to bits. So someone takes a lot of the bits and builds a monument to the hubris of anarchy. I mean, what more is there to say? Alright, I guess let's hear more about this artist. I'm the visionary Hubert Kunzel from Lindfrema. You might know me from... Okay, well, there isn't much I'm known for, so, yeah. But I intend to change that. All art is born from misery, after all. Okay, let's step away from the statue and the crazy man. Phone booth. Phone rings. Okay. It's an old, obsolete phone booth. It's ringing. Okay, we'll pick up the receiver. A monotone pitch-adjusted voice begins speaking almost immediately. The Shockwell Writer's contact for this case is no more. Team Bravo is listed as follow-up contact. This is our only secured line for this Keats. Please listen to the following instructions carefully if you are a supporter of our cause. Okay, I guess, because they mentioned my name, so. We have phone booths in strategic locations throughout the city. Within each one, you may find a request posted for specific information. Holy shit, I can't read right now. If you can obtain a copy of this information, return here and submit it via the port below the receiver. We will verify the authenticity of the information remotely and post an undoctored copy of it onto the Matrix ourselves. It is our stated goal for this information to remain free to all. However, you will be compensated for sought-after information returned to this location. The line goes silent. I'll keep an eye out. The line remains silent. Hang up the receiver. Okay. And reset the last data tap. All right. As you're resetting the data tap, you notice that someone has duct taped a small homemade receiver to the system. An earplug dangles from the receiver. Oh boy, this got all spyish all of a sudden. Put the earplug in your ear. The sound of heavy machinery makes it difficult to hear the words that are being spoken. After a moment, you find you can make out two distinct voices. A nasal woman who sounds like a heavy smoker, and a man who speaks in a high-pitched, breathy tone. Just heard Monica need to verify. Good for us. Continue listening. A sound like a conveyor belt starting adds the noise of machinery, and you can't make out anything else until it comes to a stop a minute later. Think our next step... Wait, isn't ready to make a move yet. To be patient. See who steps up. Could be someone more. Huh. Let's continue listening. More conveyor belts start up. All you can hear is the sound of machinery. Continue listening. Some sort of motorized vehicle starts up, drowning out everything else. Continue listening. A bell rings loudly again and again. It sounds like a telephone. You hear the sound of a door slamming shut, and the noise of machinery is suddenly muffled. There's a rattle of plastic, and the ringing stops. The nasal woman's voice can be heard again, in a sing-song tone. Guten Tag, how may I help you? Silence. Her tone changes, becomes more businesslike. I heard. Silence. Yes, he knows. I told him it wasn't time to make a move yet. Silence. What do you think I am, an idiot? The council needs to meet again. Silence. I know. Getting everyone in the same room is challenging. Getting him to agree on a course of action is going to be even more challenging. From my perspective, the Kreuzbasar was only stable because of her. If she really is out of the way, well, we'll see, won't we? Silence. Yeah, I know. What can I say? Things go slow in the flux sometimes. You hear the sound of a door opening again, and the cacophony of machinery fills the line. You can't make out anything more. Alright, well then walk away. Alright. So, Monica really did hold this place together. Anything else from the phone booth? No. Okay. I was just checking. So I'm supposed to be looking out for information for these phone booths, apparently. I'm about to say, where's my devil dog? Alright, not going back to the safe house yet. Still completing fetch quests. Cafe Shizve. I've arrived. Altu? Altug smiles at you from behind the counter. Welcome back, honored Effendum. How may I serve you? I finished with your little trifle, Erbakoxi. Ah, very good. I assume you had no difficulties. None at all. It was good to take in the night air. Let's see. Difficulties? No. One of the taps had been modified a bit, though. Someone was using it as a surveillance device. He laughs. Of course they were. I would be surprised they weren't. This is Berlin, after all. In the flux, everyone spies. If you do not spy, how will you know who is in power and who will be in power next? If you are to stay here, Effendum, you must get used to it. Who enters the Turkish bath will sweat, as my uncle Tademir always says. Nevertheless, I shall have one of my people look into it. Wait, there's more. I listened in on the tap and heard something. Might be important. He eyes you closely, amused. Oh, tell me, oh listener at keyholes, what did you hear on the surveillance tap you found? I couldn't make out much. A nasal woman and a high-pitched man. They seemed pleased Monica was out of the picture. The Turk's face falls. News travels fast in Berlin. These two are known to me. Is there more? The woman got a call. She talked about a council meeting tonight to decide if they should make a move. Then she was drowned out by heavy machinery. He nods grimly. Most excellent. It is indeed fortuitous that you discover this information, though it is not unexpected. I will have one of my people attend this council meeting and report back. I'm very interested in this, so let me know what happens. With that out of the way, let us return to our pressing business. He barks a stream of rapid-fire Turkish, and the gum-chewing young woman comes hurrying out to the counter. The menu for Herr Hamsel, Uncle. Kami hands you a folded piece of paper. Inside is a memory stick. Please extend my consolations to him. The death of Fraulein Schaefer must have hit him hard. Barakhazi gives Kami a small nod, and she hurries out of the room. When she is gone, he returns his attention to you. Please express my condolences as well. I only just heard the news. Monica was an important part of this community. He frowns. Few know how important. The memory stick Kami just handed you should contain all the information Hamsel requires from our chef in the field. Should you require my services in the future, you know where to find me. Until then, good day. Okay, so I guess we're going back to Mr. Hamsel. Back to the hideout. As my devil dog follows closely behind me. Alrighty. Ah, we're all gathered here, I see. Let's see what's up with everyone else first, just in case. Oh, I guess not. No one wants to talk just yet. Alright. Here you go, Paul. Team Bravo. Hamsel appears at you apprehensively. His eyes are bloodshot, his expression grim. Did you get the information about Green Winters? Yes, I spoke to Altu. He gave me this memory stick. Let us see what his agent has to say. Hamsel snatches the memory stick from your hand and slots it into his computer terminal. He navigates a series of command line menus and a wall of amber text floods the screen. Hamsel scans it, mouthing the words as his eyes flit back and forth. Barakhazi's agent tails Green Winters to a hotel in a cesspool of kits called Dropping Kip. The hotel is called Das Kesselhaus. It is a renovated factory nestled deep in the heart of Dragonfall. It appears that Winters is holed up there. Hands with all the machinery. Recently there was some contention between two gangs over control of this neighborhood. Due to the gang violence, the agent refused to follow Winters inside of the hotel, but he confirms that he is still inside. Well, what are we waiting for? Iger slings her rifle over her shoulder with a single spare motion. Gear up, people. We have a hotel to raid. Gloria and Dietrich pause, exchange looks with Paul. Just a moment, Iger. Hamsel rises from his chair, drawing himself to full height. Even so, he has to crane his neck to look her in the eye. You're an excellent soldier, and nobody questions your competence in the field. Your loyalty to this team is equally commendable. That said, we believe that Team Bravo is the right choice to lead the team. There's a long pause before Iger speaks. When she does, her voice comes out dull and flat. What? Don't mistake this decision for a reprimand. Monica considered your contribution to the team to be invaluable. But we all know she wasn't comfortable putting a soldier in charge. Iger speaks through clenched teeth. Her words are measured, but her expression is livid. This is unbelievable. You want to put the rookie in charge. Again. She shakes her head. Don't you people learn from your mistakes? Team Bravo is the reason we're still alive, Iger. He kept us together. He led us out of there in one piece. Making him your golden boy. She sounds tired, resigned, but above all, disappointed. This is more of your flux state idiocy at work, isn't it? Dietrich reaches out, puts his hand on her shoulder. It's what Monica believed in. Iger's voice tightens. For a moment, her control slips and her face contorts in grief. Yeah, and look at what that got her. She straightens to her full height. Let me give you a piece of advice. In the field, only two things matter. The mission and survival. Everything else is a distraction. Your ridiculous politics have no place on a Shadowrun. Dietrich manages to smile. What can I say? We're German. We have a history of strong political views. Iger sighs. The tone of resignation returns to her voice. Screw it. Let's put an end to this. I've got the skill and experience to lead this team. Team Bravo, on the other hand, was appointed by Monica as a joke. If you'd rather he take the lead, I'll abide by that. But I want to hear each of you say it. Let's see. They already have. You just weren't listening. I mean, there is that. Well, I have no quarrel with you, Iger. I'll do as the group wishes. You stay out of this. She stabs an armored finger into your chest, hard. The moment she raises her hand to you, Dante's ears lay back and lets out a low growl. Reflexively, she takes a half step back. I think we've heard what Dante has to say. As for my part, Team Bravo saved our lives back there. You may not believe it, but he did. The way I see it, that means I follow his lead a while longer. Glory's voice is uncharacteristically gentle. I trust in Monica's judgment. Therefore, I trust in Team Bravo's judgment. The discussion is finished, Iger. Amsel speaks softly, but his tone is firm. Team Bravo will take Monica's place as the leader of this team. Alright, well, whatever someone's into. So many to choose from. I don't think I'll spank her quite that hard. Hey, Iger, could you grab me a soy calf? No. I have Turkish coffee. I don't need her dirty soy calf. Alright, I'll do whatever it takes to keep this team and Monica's legacy alive. That includes taking your advice, Iger. Yep. Iger gives you a small nod. That's big of you. She looks from Dietrich to Glory to Amsel, finally down at Dante. Then she sighs. I don't agree with this decision, but I will respect it. She nods again, more decisively this time. Team Bravo takes the lead then. Conversation closed. Alright, it's time to move on. We need to focus on chasing down Green Winters. Indeed, I've transferred the information that we received from Altu to the computer terminal in the next room. It used to be Monica's personal workstation. Team Bravo, now it is yours. Monica kept a variety of notes and dossiers on that machine. I would suggest reviewing her notes when you have the time. Amsel turns his attention away from you and back to his computer screen. Good hunting. I will eagerly await your return. I wouldn't suggest driving the drop and kick. The roads aren't safe. Taking the U-Bahn would be faster anyway. Alright, when I want your opinion, I'll ask for it. Ooh, that's kind of hard. Thanks for the tip, Iger. U-Bahn it is. Iger nods, then turns back to check her equipment. The rest of the group disperses in turn. You now command a team of Shadowrunners. When traveling to new mission locations, you'll be able to choose which members of your team to bring and modify their loadout for the run. When members of your team become permanently incapacitated on a mission, they'll be automatically extracted for emergency medical care. They'll be patched up and ready for action for the next time you return to your safe house. Avoid this loss of firepower by always carrying some Bumona trauma kits into the field. These can be purchased at the Street Docs office in Kreuzbasar. Cool. Alright, let's go take a look-see at our mission computer, shall we? Alrighty, your workstation and mission computer, the command center for your team's operations, and your last link to the memory of Monica Schaefer. Her thoughts and words live on the machine at times. It's easy to forget that she's gone. Alright, the cool blue screen. The cool blue tones of the workstation's main menu fill the screen. A blinking message in the upper right-hand corner notifies you have 0 unread messages. Oh, let's check some of the old stuff then. Well, yeah, my bad. Check your inbox for new messages. No new messages, just told you. Alright, read your old messages. Hello, Ace. The screen flickers to life and Monica's face appears, her hands on her hips, and she's wearing a wry smile. Hey, Ace, if you're reading this, it means that I've either died or stepped down. Hopefully the latter, but probably the former. Not many Shadowrunners make it to retirement age. In any case, I'm sure that you'll do a fine job in the role. If you need anything, talk to Paul. He's a good man, and he knows how important it is to me that you take my place. One last thing, Ace. Iger might cause you some problems. In fact, I think it's a fair bet she already has. Just remember, she brings something to this team that nobody else does. You'll want her on your side. My advice to you is this: hold your own with her. If she pushes you, push back. Don't try to butter her up with flattery. She'll see right through it. Most of all, do what you can to earn her respect. She'll never be satisfied following you if you don't give her a better reason to than because Monica said so. I have faith in you, Ace. It's up to you to justify that faith. She half turns away from the camera, then returns her attention to you. The image is uncannily lifelike. Oh, and by the way, Ace, if you botch this, I'm coming back and haunting your ass. I mean that. Alright, jobs. View all pending and active. Pending active jobs, enter. Query. So we have no jobs. No completed jobs either. Alright, return, access the Shadowland BBS. Which, for if you guys don't know, it's kind of like the dark web, accessible only to Shadowrunners, though. Shadowland connection established successfully. Link strength to 100%, smoothing 1. Alright, search the BBS for relevant keywords. Matching local keywords. Killer in Seattle. Anyone else reading about this city's got a Lone Star contract that they can't catch this guy. This Emerald City Ripper has been on a spree, and so far no one has a clue. Pathetic. If something like that happened on my block, some vigilantes would have tracked him down and stopped them. Shows how good state payroll cops are. Who says it's a he? They don't have any leads. Ha, I'll be in Seattle next week. Forward any info you have about this Ripper, and I'll see about taking him out for a date with my Walther MA2100. I'm sure Lone Star will have a fat reward waiting for whoever blasts this goon. This is going to show spoilers to the previous game. Oh, guess not. Good. Alright, Blutz computer. I think that's the name. I'm still recovering the logs. This hot dogger just trashed my Landtrid hosting server. Sounds like some kid pissed over his cartoons getting canceled. Left a bunch of garbage files all over my disks, and I'll be cleaning them up all day. They should make you pass a dumbass test before you're allowed to deck in this town. Step up your security, right? Write some white ice programs if you can. At least make the kid's hair stand on end for a few hours next time he tries it. Just make sure the ice is quick. Heavy hitting ice is no good if you can't catch up with an intruder. A fact that I take advantage of on a regular basis. Always running ACW like clockwork. Hence his screen name, Clockwork. If you two are finished, I did have ice on the thing. I tracked the hole down. Grocery store across the street was piggybacking on my LAN, and they left an unsecured jack point in the bathroom stall. Old as hell maintenance jack in a fuse box, and my security ignored it. Mystery solved. Shadowline isn't your personal tech support board, Lumens. Glad to see you fixed your own problem. Only way you're going to learn. Maelstrom. Always picking on the guy that has nothing there. Let's see. Antiquities delivery schedule. When did I run into that? Alright. Posting road active for 2 days. Alright. So I posted some info for sale. Access Monica's personnel files. Okay. Alright. Monica's entry on Amstel. The image of Monica appears on the screen. Paul, a talented and well-connected fixer with contacts all over Berlin. She pauses for a moment. He's more to me than that, of course, but that's neither here nor there. The image winks back off the screen. You find yourself back at the menu. Well, that was a very short entry on Paul. Okay, Dietrich, one of my dearest friends and a shaman of tremendous power. A good man to have at your side in a fight. I tend to use Dietrich in a support role. His magic can dramatically bolster the combat effectiveness of a frontline fighter like Eiger or Glory. But when the chips are down, he's more than capable of dishing out punishment on his own. Can't think of much else to say about Dietrich, just a good, reliable guy. She pauses for a moment. When she speaks again, you can hear a hint of guilt in her voice. He is getting a little long in the tooth for a Shadowrunner. I'm not sure how many more years he has ahead of him in this game, but I'll be happy to run with him as long as he's able. We'll see, I suppose. That's true. Not a lot of us reach retirement age in the shadows. Alright, we got here Glory, our damaged enigma. I've known her for almost 5 years, but I don't think that I'll ever really know her. Somehow, I doubt that anyone will. On an operational level, Glory's solid. That chrome of hers may be old, but it gets the job done. I've seen her take a troll apart with her hand razors, and when her adrenal pump is running, she moves faster than anyone I've ever seen. On top of all that, Glory's a competent field medic. I don't know where she learned medicine, yet another question mark, but she's patched me up a dozen of times. Between her skill with a medkit and Dietrich's magic, we haven't had much trouble with serious injuries, and in our line of work, that's a luxury. Monica pauses for a moment and shrugs. That's really all that I know about Glory. She keeps to herself, barely talks, and spends most of her off time staring at nothing. I've seen this kind of behavior before, of course. Something bad happened in her past. Deep down, I think she's still running from it. And I'm sure that cyber work ties into it somehow. I don't know. Maybe someday she'll open up to me. I'd like to think that she will. We'll see, I suppose. I think that's another reason I like playing these games like this, is getting the exposition out of the characters as much as I can. Iger. What to say about Iger? She's smart, she's strong, and she's one hell of a soldier. In a close-up fight, I've seen her take apart an entire security team with her shotgun, and she's even more dangerous at range. It's a handy thing having a trained sniper on the team. All in all, we enjoy one hell of an advantage thanks to her. Unfortunately, there are some disadvantages too. All of that military training has left her, how do I say it, rigid, I suppose. Unlike the others, Iger isn't content to go with the flow. She wants lists and maps and timetables. She wants a hierarchy, and she wants it formalized. I don't think that she realizes it, but giving her what she wants would destroy this team. Gloria and Dietrich wouldn't put up with it for more than a day or two. I know that I wouldn't, but she keeps on pushing all the same. Monica shakes her head. One of these days, this situation's going to come to a head. I just hope that it doesn't happen soon. Oh, entry on me, huh? Alright, let's see it. Team Bravo, my secret weapon. I've run enough with Team Bravo to know that he's trustworthy. Good in a fight, too. But beyond all that, it's good just to see him again. There aren't many people left from the old days. Far too few. And Team Bravo, she smiles. Well, he was always the best of them. She takes a deep breath, then shakes her head with a sigh. God, that was sappy. Mental note, re-record this before Team Bravo gets a chance to see it. At any rate, if anything happens to me, it's good to know that he'll be on hand to fill my shoes. It's not what Iger would want, but it is what would be best for the team. Well, nice to know she believes in me. Alright, so I should be able to see everyone's stuff here. No, maybe not. Okay. I guess not. Fine. Fine. You guys have anything to say yet? Oh, guess not. Fine. Then I'm leaving you all. I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm gone. All this overlapping music. Yeah, one of the disadvantages of this version is they're pretty glitchy. Even the music overlaps itself all the time. Alright. Assemble the team and travel to Das Kessel House Hotel to search for Green Winters. That's where we're going. The Drug Pit. Das Kessel House Hotel and Nightclub. Crown jewel of Drogenkipp, the filthiest kits in Berlin. Opening the door to the ground level dance club is like bashing your head into a wall of sound. Flashing lights stab your eyes, and the air is perfumed with cheap synthahol and engine grease. Everything in here is cranked up to 11. A playground for the numb. Green Winters is somewhere in this building. You steel yourself for the sensory assault and step inside. The team makes a quick check of their weapons and follows you into Das Kessel House. Alrighty. Who we got? Yep. Dietrich. Glory. Iger too. Yeah, stop going so fast. Hey, maybe I want Dante. I don't know if I can get him, so. Alright. So she's got close range. Alright, yeah, that's good. Ah, you have Karma available to improve your character's attributes and skills. Open the Karma screen? Yes. Oh, I have all of 1 point. All of 1 point of Karma. That's going to do absolutely dick for me. So we're just going to go ahead and exit. That's fine. Das Kessel House Club and Hotel. Last known location of Monica's client, Green Winters. Hello, bouncer. The troll working the door might be the shortest you've ever seen, and the thickest. Despite the pounding music and writhing bodies, his face is buried in a comic book. Hey, a guy after my own heart. He looks up, giving you a cursory once-over in size. Welcome to Das Castle House, now under new management. Again, there's no cover. Just go on in and get your fix. That's Kroner at the bar over there. He'll take care of you. He buries his nose back into his comic book while tapping a meaty thumb on the black plastic slung from his belt. A high-powered stun gun. Just play nice, or you'll meet Herzap. Oh, man. Alright. Have fun. No need for Herzap, but I'm here to party. This is a hotel, right? I want a room. His eyes never leave his comic book. Do I look like a front desk clerk? Hotel's closed. Renovations. You want somewhere to crash? Go somewhere else. Maybe you could take a room deposit out now, you know, for like when it opens again. Nope. Bribing, I see. I really need to get up there. Can you help me out? I don't really like bribing, but let's see what the price is going to be. Pauses for a moment. 200 yen, right here, right now. Give me that and I'll tell you how you can get access to the hotel. Or don't, and get lost. Your choice. Alright. 200 though, that's steep. How much do I have? I have 300. That's nuts, forget it. Have a good time and behave yourself. He returns his comic book, licks a thick finger, and turns the page. I'm sure I can get to you eventually anyway, so... Well, here we are in the Das Kessel house. I'm going to figure out what I got to do here entirely to get up to the hotel portion of this club hotel shindig. But that's going to do it for this one, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I'm Team Bravo 615. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. And I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.